Hey guys, Warriorcraft 13 here with my first video. This is gonna be sorry about that. This is gonna be my first video, and it's my small first aid kit, my big first aid kit, another. Well, I get to that later. The other bag, my bug out survival USK belt fanny pack, and that's pretty much it for this first. There's also some other items here that has already been pulled off, uh, and it's going to be the first video. I don't think everything's going to fit in one. I decided to do the Warriorcraft project because I've seen, I started carrying EDCs and PSK and started making a survival kit about 6-7 years ago. I've been going to the woods avidly for about a decade. I've been a mountain and ice climber for also about a decade. My biggest peak is about 6,300 meters. I also used to camp a lot and go a lot to the Amazon rainforest, the jungle. So, and I've camped in the desert. I did Burning Man one year. I've camped a lot in the snow. I know a lot about surviving in the wild. I'm not an expert in any of these things. Um, I'm not saying I'm the ultimate authority or anything like that. I've just lived a lot. I'm 30 years old and I've seen a lot. I've seen volcanic eruptions, civil war. I've seen with the earthquakes, natural disasters. I've just lived a lot and I've liked to live excitingly, do stupid things, and I've learned a lot from living. And also, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, and I've been going to survivalist forums and all kinds of other places, and I've seen a lot of good gear setups and systems by a lot of people, and I've learned a lot from them. So the first reason I wanted to do this was for that same reason, maybe give other people some good ideas and show off my gear, of course. And this is just, I carry this one, the small health kit with me everywhere. It's part of my EDC. My EDC is not here, but this small first aid kit is. The big one, the big black bag in there, it's not a trauma kit, but it's close to it. I don't have a trauma kit because I'm not a paramedic, so I really wouldn't know exactly what to do with a full trauma kit and all the tools in there. But I might get a trauma kit because even if I don't know how to use it and there's a real emergency, there might be someone else who might know. The big black one goes with me on long trips, like a week out in the woods, or a long hike, like 3, 4, 5 days with a bunch of people, especially if there's people who are not experienced in the wilds or in the mountain or in the desert, or if you have stupid people, you never know what people are going to do, and you can get in all kinds of stupid situations, and you want to be ready. The bug out belt, it gives you the ability to just grab that fanny pack and just run out, and it has everything in there except shelter and water. But in my EDC, I always carry about 3 to 4 liters of liquids because I need to hydrate a lot. So I have, and for shelter, I can usually take even pretty cold weather because if it's cold, I'm usually dressed pretty warm. So I can, in a worst case scenario situation, I've slept actually a few times. I've been lost in the mountain, I've been lost in the rainforest without tents or protection of any kind, tarp, nothing, and I've slept out in the wild just with the clothing I had and a few things I had on me. In my PSK, in my EDC, I also carry a small personal survival kit, but I will do my EDC on another day. And these anti-cut Chinese SWAT gloves, I ordered these online. They're made out of some titanium wire with something like nylon Kevlar-ish thing I don't really remember what it is, but they're really strong. You can't get cut with these on, which gives you a great advantage in a knife fight. You can actually grab your opponent's knife and gives you the ability to strike back, uh, hit him if you don't have a weapon, use your weapon on him if you don't. It gives you the ability to block the knife without receiving major slashes. It won't stop a stab, just slashes though. I had a professional cook try to slice me up with an extremely sharp fillet knife, and he failed. He went for even the weak spots in the middle between the fingers here. Uh, they're really good. They were 13 bucks. Not only are they good in a knife fight situation, but if you have to get out of somewhere, if you have to deal with glass, broken windows, if you have to climb down a building, if you have to enter a manhole, if you're trying to escape or get somewhere, if there's any chance of your hand getting cut, you want protection. And I've actually sliced my hand once all the way across here with a knife by accident. It wasn't really, really deep, but it was deep enough to render my hand completely useless for almost a whole day. Even though I put butterfly stitches and wrapped it up, it was still useless. So these come in handy in a million ways, and I recommend everyone to have anti-cut gloves just for several reasons you can use them for. And these are really cheap, so they're definitely worth the money. But once again, it's up to you. If you don't think you need them, there's no need for you to spend the extra $13 they might cost. Excuse me. I have a little bit of a cold, and it's summer, so I'm actually cooking to death and trying to cool myself. Getting off subject. Another thing that's off the belt here is this headlamp. It has that normal light and the, I guess, kind of stroke SOS option. It runs on AA or AAA batteries. I don't remember. I can tell you now. Uh, AAA batteries. So that's good because I have a buttload of AAA batteries. This is good. You can put this on your head. Makes it easier when you look where you look, and it's adjustable. So wherever you look, it comes in really handy. Just your regular use around the camp. Also can be self-defense blade. It's Japanese blade. I got it in I don't remember where I got it, but it served me well. I have it for almost 7, 8 years maybe. I put a new edge in it. It's really sharp. It's really strong. It's kind of weird looking, but it gives you good ability for pretty much anything you want to use it. I've used it from camp building. You can use it in self-defense. I've used it for cooking, skinning animals. It's just a good overall blade. The sheet is completely ruined because it's 7 years old, but eventually I get to replacing it. This usually goes in my belt, so it's not on there, but I'll pick this up just in case. This is a really big blade. It's kind of like a semi-machete bush knife, coconut coconut knife as they called it. Well, ernif, since they misspelled the K. I believe it's just your regular Chinese blade. Also, don't remember where I got it. It is full tang though, and I've used it a lot. I've used it to clear brush. I've used it in the camp. I haven't chopped logs with it because I usually have an axe and a hatchet, and I have a whole toolkit with me that comes to the woods. But this is a big knife. It gives you a capability to defend yourself, intimidate people, use it around the camp, clear brush if you have to, thorns, whatever comes in your way. And I don't own a firearm, so there's currently no firearms in here because the laws of the place where I live. I could have a firearm that I could keep only in my apartment. To tell you the truth, I'm not even sure if this is fully legal. Never asked. I have a huge cold weapons collection, had it for years. brought it over from South America, and I buy knives and stuff. Always when I'm on vacation, if I go to a country that has a culture of knife making. And there's also walkie-talkie. I have 4 or 5 of these. The other ones are in my communications bag, which is a Faraday cage, a suitcase made specifically for that purpose, just in case. I keep all of my comms in there, all my backup comms. I have another one of these. I can actually listen in to anyone I want in here in the country on the frequencies. And I have a police scanner on my tablet, which has police from all over the world, Germany, England, all of the US. So I can actually know what's going on all the time, all around the world, if there's some major emergency or anything. And that also goes in my EBC, my tablet, my laptop, all the stuff I carry every day, plus other stuff. And it can all solar charger. All that can come in very, very, very handy if there's no news, if the internet is still up, which could be because satellites might still be up, cell phones still might be up. You never know what's going to happen, so it's good to have those options. And in the end, I have a huge library of survival books and books on chemistry and plants in my tablet saved. And I can charge it with my solar charger, which I've done. It takes a little bit long to charge it, but it's definitely worth it because and I also saw plans on the internet how to build a AA battery charger for your smartphone, and which would also charge my tablet, same voltage. So that's good. I'm working on that. It's still not done, but I hope it'll be done soon for my next video when I will get into homemade gadgets and other stuff like that. So I'm gonna start with the big belt here, which is open for some reason. I know why. So I pulled out this to fix my light. So I'm gonna clear this out. I'm gonna run out of time soon, so this is definitely gonna be a multi-part video. And there we go. This out of the way. Sorry for the shorts. It's really hot right now where I'm at. And yet I have a cold because of my AC, because my long story. Big torch, which I have extra batteries for. It's pretty bright. I've used it for 7, 8, 9 years maybe. I think we stole it from a shipyard. Well, not stole it, but acquired it, appropriated it, confiscated it. It's mine now. Really good torch. Gives me a lot of light. It lasts really long. Can't complain about it. And I got it for free, so that's always a bonus. Hat. Just your regular hat. It's good to have. I have a bunch of them actually in my. I have several kits for several situations. If you have to go out in the wild, if you have your car, if you don't have your car. And you can always find another way of transportation. We used to haul lots of stuff before we had cars and vehicles. And a lot of people talk, oh, without a car, only what you can carry in your back. But you can load anything from a bunch of dogs to you can find horses, donkeys, cows. Just depends where you live. And I know I can find a lot of animals where I live, even if all gas disappears and all cars are lost. Within a few hours, I'm sure I could run into some other form of transportation. You always get bicycles. You can make, if you can make 4 wheels or 2 wheels and something to pull like a game cart, you can carry a lot more gear. And if your situation allows you to move, and that again is also personal choice and depends on your strength and your ability and your training. I guess also some people really prefer the minimalistic thing, tarp, knife, flint, and that's all they will ever need. honestly, if you're badass enough, you don't even need that. So I think I'm out of time, and I'm going to continue this, and